Hello, everybody. I know there's nobody there yet, but hello anyway. uh, Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. Ooh, my little cat sneezed. God bless you, Callie. Bless you. Ooh, we have a person. Yay! Hello, person. Two people. Hi, Tina. Hi, Brandy. How are you both doing? Okay, that's fine, Brandy. Well, while we're waiting for other people, oh, 5 people. Yay. We're getting there. I'm just going to quick show some cards I've been working on, but we're not going to do these tonight. This is a sympathy card I made for somebody that I have to send, unfortunately. And it is with the... Sorry, this thing's in the way. Here, let me move that. It's the Peaceful Place stamp set. This beautiful scene, and I did it with watercolor pencils, which is not something I use very often. Oh, good. I'm glad you're both good. And then I use blends to blend it a little bit. The blender pen that Stampin' Up has that come in a 3-pack like this, they work really good with their watercolor colored pencils. And I've only ever used one, but I don't use the watercolor pencils that often. But for something that like that, I had to, and I didn't do it perfect, but oh well, it's all right. It's all good, right? Hi, Diane. Thank you for coming, and Made by Two Hands with Love. Hello. What's your name again? I know this, but I can't remember. Is that Denise? I think, right? It's been a while since I've seen that channel pop up. And then these next two were with the Bird Ballad Designer Series Paper Suite and the Stitch Nested Label Dies. This background, I had used one of those masks, and I just, the stencils that Stampin' Up has. And this was from the current annual catalog ones. And I backed them on Garden Green on Thick Whisper White. And I think on the inside, I just stamped a few little flowers, like these flowers, in real faint. And then this one, I actually stamped the bird real faint and the sentiment over it. And this is 2 of the papers. It might be the front and back. I can't remember. I did them a couple days ago. And then that's the inside. And then this one, in the Bird Ballad Suite, there are these, what are they called? Laser cut cards. They're on like a very vanilla discolor cardstock. But I cut the front off and I sponged with ink. I think I sponged it, and then I actually did take my aqua painter and smoothed it out a little bit, and I did 3 different colors, and then I put the same color, the yellow vellum behind it, and I put it Calypso Coral cardstock, I think. It was either Calypso Coral or Terracotta Tile. I can't remember. I did them a couple days ago. Hi, Michelle. Oh, good. It is Denise. Yay. I got it right. So those are a few cards I worked on probably Friday or Saturday. Well, this one I think Sunday. The other one's Friday or Saturday maybe. I don't remember. But we're not doing those tonight. If anybody wants to know how to make those, I'll schedule them for a different time. And this tonight's prize drawing that I'm going to do next, it was for these journaling pens, and we had 10 people enter. So we'll do that in a minute. And then at the end of the video, this will be the giveaway. This, if you want to see all the details of this, this is my flip book I made for the Rainbow collab last Friday, and the color was green. So I'm just going to real quick go through it, but I'm not going to explain a lot of detail or anything. And it was made with the Memories and More cards out of the Magnolia Lane collection. I think my camera might be too close tonight. I'm not sure. And there's, you know, waterfalls, and there's actually a card in here that pulls out and another flip up. And then there's some tuck spots, and there's goodies, things tucked in. And then that one's just a mat, and this has a little card. I said I wasn't going to show y'all, but that's going to be, I'll tell you how to get that. Well, I'll tell you how to be in a drawing for that at the end tonight. Yay, Michelle. Glad you're here. And I saw your message, Michelle. I'll have to message you about that. The one thing you mentioned won't be available till September 4th, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. So anyway, okay. So the drawing for last week was for the journaling pens. And what did we have to do? We had to... what did we have to do? I forget. I just looked at them tonight. Oh, you had to tell me what your favorite thing or things were on my my Stampin' Up haul. How quickly I forget. So anyway, we have 10 people, and the numbers are, I'll give you the numbers. Number 1 is Justine Stone. I did these in the order that the comments appear. Justine, like the snow globe and the paper, all the papers, I guess. And then Philomena Sasso, like the cardinal that I showed, which is part of the Toile Tidings. She's number 2. Sherilyn, oh boy, Caughel. I'm not going to try. Perfectly Plaid. I think the paper is number 3. Rebecca Bullock is number 4, liking the metallic inks, which we're going to use one of tonight. And that was 4, right? Yeah. 5 is Crafty Michelle, and she liked the wrapped in plaid papers. I think the Perfectly Plaid also, and dimensionals. And I didn't know if you meant the black dimensionals or the regular ones either. Bonnie Myers, like the mercury acetate. That is pretty cool. I can't wait to use that. I haven't had a chance yet. Number 7 is JWB52Z, who liked the ribbon and the paper with the ornaments on, which I can't remember which one that is. I think that might have been the Night Before Christmas paper. And then Kathy's cards, like the Christmas package. I think she meant the Advent calendar. I'm not sure. And the mercury acetate also. She's number 8. Meg Lee, like the snow globe. She's number 9. And Nick's Crafty Corner, like the birds of a feather, which we're going to use one part of tonight, and the peaceful boughs. And I love that one too. I can't wait to use it. So that is 10 people in the drawing for the journaling pen pack. Okay, so I'm going to stir them up, shake them up, shake them up, stir them up. Okay, I'm going to look away, guys. Looking away. Stirring a little bit. Okay, this one. Let's see who the winner is of the journaling pens. Number 8, Kathy's cards. And Kathy, that's good, because I have a package sort of sitting here waiting to, I don't think she's here, but to go out to her at some point. I just been keeping it and trying to add a little of this or that every now and then. So Kathy's cards won, and I wrote that down. Actually, I'm going to write it on here too. Kathy. And tape it to here. All right. Yay, Kathy, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so that was the first order of business. Also, guys, I'm running a little behind in getting stuff sent out to people for July. I think I'm going to send July and August thank yous, and your, you know how I promised some DSP and some, what are they called? Product share packets that didn't sell or whatever. they're all going to go out probably the first week of September. And the only reason is, well, two things: time and money to mail them. So I'll send them out the first week of September, right after, well, when is Labor Day? The 1st, I think, or the 2nd, right? Probably the 3rd. I'll probably send them out on the 3rd. So for anybody that was in Justine's party, which, by the way, thank you very much for being part of that. If you were, her party's over now, and it was a good party. So, and Justine was able to get some things which are shipped but not to her yet. So hopefully she'll get them in the next week. Okay. So other couple things of business. If you are interested in Halloween, Stampin' Up has a really cool looking purple box, and it says for a handmade Halloween. You have to subscribe by September 10th. There's a separate link down below that you can do the month-to-month subscription. Well, it will be down below once this video goes up in about an hour, usually, because I'm on StreamYard. But if you just even want it for a month and want to subscribe and then cancel, you can do that. And then you can sign back up again later. If you see me, advertise something, it's pretty flexible. Or there's a prepay option. But so if you like Halloween, it looks like it's going to be a pretty cool one. They're calling it Bon Appetit. Also, if you placed orders in July and you got an email with your bonus coupons, you need to redeem them by August 31st. And I think there might only be one person that that might apply to still. So from my demo ship anyway. So if you got any bonus day coupons, you need to use them or lose them by August 31st. And that said, I have sort of an in-between August host code here. This is not Justine's party. This is mine now. So this is what will be down below the videos up until September 4th. And I'll get to that in a minute. And it's a great time if you are interested in getting a discount on products or whatever. It's a great time to join, because as a new demonstrator, you get $30 more in product for the $99 starter kit, which is shipped free. So there is tax if you have tax on it. Plus you get a $10 coupon to use later. And you can use the new holiday catalog items before other people get to order them on September 4th for your starter kit. So just saying, not a bad deal at all. Yeah. But that only goes till August 31st. And speaking of being a demonstrator, I'm kind of excited because Stampin' Up has these meetings, like demonstrator meetings, usually twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. And they have a big one, which next one will be in Germany, and I can't go to that. But then they have a couple, like 5 or so local ones, and I'm going to go. I registered today. Today was the first day of registration, and I got in to Hartford, Connecticut. And Justine's party actually helped me pay that registration fee. So I'm really excited about that. Hi, Christina. Thank you for joining us. We just did the drawing for the journaling pads, and I'm going over some little business. And so anyway, thank you to Justine and to everybody else. And yes, and hello, everybody. So that is the business stuff. One more thing real quick. There are a lot of videos going up lately about angel policies and copyright, and Stampin' Up does have an angel policy. And what it basically is if you're going to sell the products you make with their products, then there are some stamps that you have to use on the back of your cards, designating that they're Stampin' Up images. I'm trying to find one so I can show you. Like this. It has this little copyright Stampin' Up. There's actually, I guess it's 3. Yeah, there's 3 sets now. This one, which is only available to demos. But there's 2 other ones. This one, Crafting Forever. And there's one called Make a Difference, I think, which is mostly alphabets and whatnot, and it has that in too. And you're required to put your stamp on the back of the cards or whatever, and there's a limit on how many you can sell I think in a year or something, and it's something pretty high, like 400 and whatever. But the whole point of it is that people don't steal the images and use them as their own for mass production, like some companies overseas do and have been caught and reported, but it's a lot of legal fees to battle that. And they don't want people mass producing with their stamped images and things. And even if I send you things, I am not allowed to send you, I can't just stamp images for you and let you color them in and stuff. I'm not allowed to do that. I can send you die cuts. I can send you paper, like the ribbon, stuff like that, but I'm not allowed to send stamped images to people. You know how we do that sometimes when we were doing flip books or little envelope pockets or whatever from other companies. We'd stamp in images and trade them and stuff. You can't do that with Stampin' Up images. As a demonstrator, especially, I am not allowed to do that. Hi, Nix. Thank you for coming. And that's good timing because I had mentioned that this host code showing here is only good through September. I'm going to say 3rd now, September 3rd. I had said the 4th, but September 4th starts the new holiday catalog available to customers, and Nick's Crafty Corner is going to have a party. Yay, Nick's! So, just like Justine just did, Nick's is going to have one. So if you are really wanting anything out of the holiday catalog, please order through Nick's Crafty Corner. She's going to be hosting a Stampin' Up party on her channel in September, we're going to start on the 4th, okay? And I will have a separate host code. It won't be this one. I'll give it to her right on the 4th because I can only leave those codes open 30 days. So, and we'll probably just take it through September. I can't remember what we said, but so we'll talk about that. But and I'm going to start making things with some of the holiday products, 1 or 2 of them tonight, but not too many yet. So if you're interested in anything I showed last week, you can get it through Nick's party with me as your demonstrator, and I'll have a special host code set up, which I'll go over with you probably on the 4th, which I think is a Tuesday. So I think, or maybe the 3rd is a Tuesday. I forget. Anyway, around that time, probably on the 3rd, I'll tell you. But it'll be effective on the 4th. So yay, Nix. Thank you so much for doing that, Nix. And with that, I think we'll get started making a few cards. Sorry for rambling on. Okay. Let's see. I had to figure out what I did with, oh, here it is. I think we're going to do this one first because if you watched my House Mouse collab, I had a lot of comments on this one. And I had said that I will show how I did this background here with the metallic inks and some regular inks. So we're going to do that, but we're not going to do House Mouse because that's not Stampin' Up. And instead of doing the pretty peacock, though, we're going to use terracotta tile. And I'm going to be using this Harvest Hellos stamp set. Okay, Tina, thank you for coming by. This one is nice for, children to give a teacher or somebody that's not feeling well. They have a feel better soon, or hey there, pumpkin, give thanks, or just you make me smile. Welcome back. It's got a jack-o'-lantern, a pumpkin, and an apple, and it coordinates with the Apple Builder punch that looks like that. New punch, and these are available. Hi, Philomena. Thanks for joining me. These are available September 4th, and like I mentioned, if you're interested in anything, jot it down, and you can order it through Nick's Crafty Corner, she's hosting a party starting September 4th. So yay. All right, guys. So let's get started with this. I already have a lot of stuff out. We're going to use terracotta tile. I'm out of desk space, so I have to use the floor. And I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily also, so I don't mess it up. So this is terracotta tile. And I've already used the, let me get their name right. Here it is. Tin Tile 3D embossing folder. This is the number in the current, this is in the annual catalog, and it's 151801. And I actually just bent mine tonight, which I'm really upset about. I think the magnetic plate that I have on now is thicker than my last base, and it did something. Okay, so really this is pretty simple. Like, I'm going to leave this here so you can look at it. And these are my new metallic inks, which are from, they're going to be available September 4th. And on this one, I used the copper and Pretty Peacock. I'm going to use the gold this time. These are the refills. You probably don't have to use the refills, but I'm going to. Just because you get a little more on there. Now let me bring in a piece of paper. Thank you, Philomena. I did the drawing for last week already, and Kathy's cards won this week. Hi, Justine. We were just mentioning you. And also that to thank you for your party. I don't think I want to use this one. Let me get this. So I'm using about a 1/6 or an 1/8 of the sponges that Stampin' Up has. And it's probably a used one, but it's all right. I shook this little Delicata Golden Glitz inker. And actually, I should use, hang on. Except I don't know what I did with it. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to put it right on the sponge. I have my little sheet here somewhere, but it's under my lamp. So just, that's probably too much, actually. You don't really need a whole lot. Yeah, we're talking nicely about you. One thing you should know, though, is I'm going to be late sending out thank yous and stuff till the first week of September for July and August. I just am behind, and now I have a budget constraint because I signed up for On Stage today. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I've only been a demo since 7/2 of 18. I didn't go to the, I should have gone to the big On Stage last year in Florida because it was their 30-year anniversary. Stampin' Up's been in business for 30 years, but I couldn't be then. I was sort of new, and anyway. So this is the tin tile embossing folder, and last time I used copper, which honestly I prefer. This time I'm using gold, and I'm going to bring in terracotta tile, which is right here. And this sponge I used before for terracotta tile. And this is just to fill in some of the areas that don't have any of the gold on. The Delicata ink takes a little bit of time to dry, but it doesn't take a ton of time. I mean, it's not like you're going to be waiting hours. But if you are impatient or anything, you can just use your air dryer thing. I'm not going to bother because we have some other stuff to do. And that is pretty much it. Maybe a little more up here. So the gold gives it a glow. And it looks sort of blotchy, but it'll look great on the card. Trust me. So we're going to put it on like this. I think that'll be beautiful. Although I'm partial to the Pretty Peacock. Yeah, I like the copper for the background too. The nice swag bag. You mean for the 30th year anniversary. Yeah, probably. I'm sure. Well, in the fall one, they always get items that are for the occasions catalog that comes out in January. Thank you, Justine. But yeah, I think they got excuse me for taking a drink of tea. I think they got a few extra goodies at the 30-year one. I don't know. I didn't get to go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the terracotta tile ribbon. And I'm just going to take a little bit of snail. I think on the other one I cut it even. But I'm just going to take a little snail and put it at either end on the back. And that is just to tack the ribbon down before I glue. So let me put it here. And this is the terracotta scalloped linen ribbon, I think is what it's called. Let me get my snips. Get that out of the way. I have no room. If I go out of screen too much, shout at me because I think I've been doing that more lately and I don't like that. I want you guys to be able to see. So I'm going to actually take my snail and just also tack down right in the center here. One thing I did notice, don't use wet glue with the scalloped linen ribbon on the linen part because the wet glue darkens the linen and it doesn't look right. That has happened to me on a card or two, and I'm not real happy about that. Okay, so I'm now going to go ahead and glue that down, and I'm going to use my Tombow because of the embossing on here. And sorry for my squeaky chair, too. Guess I need a new chair too on top of everything. Paige, if you guys can keep Paige in, well, her husband and her in your prayers. Her husband had surgery today. I don't know if she wants everybody to know, but the surgery went very well, but now there's some recovery time and stuff, obviously. So that is where Paige is. And she'll probably rewatch. So yeah, just keep her in your thoughts and stuff. It's been pretty stressful, I'm sure, having to deal with some issues and stuff. But I think her family is, like her children are with her. I think they're taking turns being with her and her husband. So yeah. Yep. But she did already do her alternatives for Paper Pumpkin and has them scheduled for Friday. So I need to get mine done tomorrow so I can put them up for Friday. Because we do a collab every month and I'm the one that's behind. She made sure she got some done before she left. So that's where we are so far. Now, instead of doing a stamped image colored in, which I have to get out of the way because that's not Stampin' Up product, we're going to do, and instead of an oval, I use the scalloped circle punch. I think I'm going to put it over offset a little bit, and this is Early Espresso. And then I use the Harvest Hellos, and I'm using the pumpkin. So what I did is I stamped with, actually I think I stamped with pumpkin pie onto terracotta tile. It might be terracotta tile. I can't remember because I was playing around with pumpkin pie too. So we're going to do that, but I want to show you a little trick about this punch. And this has been shown before. It's nothing new, but every time I get a punch that has multiple things on it that you want different colors from, I like to tell people. Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and show you the punch too. So, oops, hang on. Let me bring in terracotta tile. This is a piece of terracotta tile. And when I first got these, I was looking at some of the samples in the catalog, which of course I can't show you. Oh, shoot. Anyway. And it looked like they were filled in. I'm like, well, when I pulled out these stamps today, they only stamped the outline. The apple stamps the outline in a few little pieces, and I'm like, huh, they must have stamped them onto cardstock, you know, colored cardstock to do it. And sure enough, that's what they did. But anyway, so I just really only want the pumpkin out of the punch and not the leaves, which is why I'm kind of using a strip instead of a big piece of paper. It still gets a little bit in there, but because I don't really want terracotta tile leaves, right? So easy peasy. I love punches because they're easy peasy. And I have to put that down. But for the leaves, you can see, and anyone that's like well, how are you going to, there are stamps in this stamp set for the leaves and the stem, but they're not together with the pumpkins and apples and stuff. So to get them lined up right, it's best if you sort of make a template. So I cut them out of this scrap of Whisper White, and then you could put it in your Stamparatus, but all I did is put it down on this scrap of Pear Pizzazz, and then I took my little stem stamp and stamped it in Early Espresso, and the little leaf stamp, which I don't think I have out anymore, and stamped that in Pear Pizzazz, tone on tone. And that way, hopefully, they'll line right up in the punch. Yep. And then you'll have your, and if you do them right along the edge, you'll have your stem and your leaf. And then they can go up here like that. So we're going to put that together. And then we're just going to stamp You Make Me Smile on this little piece of, Very Vanilla. And I think we're going to stamp that actually in, should I use Early Espresso or Terracotta Tile? Thank you, Philomena. Thank you, Denise. I have espresso there, so I think I'll just use the terracotta tile. I could use the pear too, or I could heat emboss, and but I don't. I'm not into that tonight, guys. It's funny. Do you ever have those days when you know you have to get a lot of stuff done, but nothing is coming together for you? Yeah, that was kind of today. And that is not straight. It might be a little too small a circle, so we'll see. Nope, that worked. Alrighty. Yay. Let me clean my stamp. Oh, you wanted me to do Early Espresso. Yeah, I probably would have liked that better too, but since I have the background of Early Espresso, oops, wrong shelf. Now I'm just going to glue that onto here. So this is a pretty easy card. You just need the embossing folder, which is a fabulous embossing folder. It's a 3D tin tile one. I think we overlook embossing folders sometimes. And actually, you know, I glued it down, but there's actually a little space here that, I just pushed it down again, so it's okay now. But it's good to go around and check it and make sure it's staying down. Okay, so let's glue our little pumpkin pieces on. Oops. I spent a lot of time yesterday working on stuff for my end of month collab with Paige. The pumpkin is cute. I like the pumpkin too. I have some other ideas for it, but not for tonight's video. I like that they did the apple and the pumpkin. Actually, we'll just use that glue that's squirting out there and add a little more maybe. Okay. And then we'll put that up on dimensionals. And I figure we'll just put this down here. And then that'll be, well, except for the inside, that'll be our card. I don't want to put that away yet because 2, 3. We're actually expecting a little bit of a reprieve from this heat. Today is like 90. Tomorrow's supposed to be thunderstorms and 92 or something. And same Wednesday, I think. And then Thursday, it's going into the 80s. Woohoo! Okay, so on this one, I should have used maybe minis on this. I'm just going to put 2 on it because it's small. And we'll just put that right down here. And then I think we'll probably put some gold pearls or something there. And here I had pieces of paper, and I don't know where they went. Oh, gosh. Oh, here they are. They fell when everything else fell. Here they are. This is just, and this card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, your standard A2 size, only turn landscape. So for the inside, I'm doing 5 1/4 by 4, and then this is 1/4 inch lower than that all the way around. So that's all I did there. Oh yeah, well, it got real dark here too. We're supposed to, I don't think we're supposed to have storms until tomorrow, but it sure looks like it today. Of course, tomorrow I have to run out and do a couple errands. And then Thursday is supposed to be nice again, and that's when I go visit my mom. And she's already called me with like a list of stuff she wants that I have to go get. So I don't want to wait till Thursday morning to go get the stuff. So that's my running around tomorrow. I did go to the Dollar Tree and just I spent less than $10 the other day at the Dollar Tree, and one item was food and one item was for my mom. And I think the rest was crafty stuff. But I'll probably do that in a separate video. And also, while I'm chit-chatting, I have not forgotten my August 2000 subscriber giveaways. They're coming before the end of August, but it's highly probable or possible that I'm going to do 2 in the same video. Hi, Jackie. Up here in Burton. It's going to rain there too. Is that also in Michigan? I forget. So there's our first real card. Terracotta tile, the tin tile, and this was a piece of crumb cake, 3 inches by 5 1/2. We just tacked that ribbon down on the backs of it, glued it down, and then this is early espresso, and I think we need just maybe some gold pearls or something on here. Excuse me. I have to take a sip of my tea, sorry. Yeah, the birdies. I'm not seeing birdies right now. The pumpkin stamp is from here. Excuse me. It's an apple and pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern stamp. And then there's these sentiments. And that's what we used. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I have a tickle. Not sure why. I'll take another sip of tea. Show the birdies up close. I'm not sure which birdies you mean. But if I get to them, I'll show them. So, the birdies I showed earlier, hang on. I had shown some cards I made earlier with the birdies. This is the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper on a stenciled background with one of the Stampin' Up they call them decorative masks. And this is the other one. Or it could be in, oh, I think that might be in a card. If you're looking at the screen from the beginning of it, we're going to get to that. But before we do, let's put a couple gold metallic pearls on here. If I can get them out. Yeah. With my take your pick tool, actually I should use this end now. I think we just want one there. I don't know if I want one down here or not. Let me see. All right, yeah, we'll do one there and then maybe just one here. Oops. There. So that's that card. Pretty simple. Card number 1 done. And that was done in the same style as the House Mouse collab card I had made for last Saturday. And like I said, this one I used the copper with the pretty peacock metallic ink, and this one I sponged on the gold with the terracotta tile. And yes, I do like this better, but I'm partial to pretty peacock type colors. Okay, Jackie. That was just my original screen picture. So yeah, you need to reboot. Okay. Now, before we do that, I have the apple out, and I thought we'd just try and do a quick little note card with that. Before I put that punch, well, I'm not even going to punch it. I'm just going to, these are the Stampin' Up! Whisper White note cards and envelopes. You get 20 of each, cards and 20 envelopes. And then this is the pumpkin, but I have the apple somewhere. Hang on. I put it away, I'll bet. Yep, I did. Well, we have an apple slice and we have an apple. So here's the apple. And originally, when I saw it, I thought, oh, it must stamp the whole thing, but it doesn't. It only stamps the image. So we're going to do this as a simple card. We're going to do it in real red and some green and just sort of make it into a cute little teacher card. Hopefully, if I can do it right. Let's see. I think I want the apple down lower. So there's the apple. Pretty easy stamping, right? I have to clean my stamp off. Hang on. Okay. And we'll use the stem and the leaf. So we're already really done with the real red. Hi, Clay. Good evening. I do too, but the mice is not Stampin' Up. Everything else on that card is, though. This is the pretty peacock paper. This is crumb cake with the new Delicata inks in copper and the pretty peacock ink. This is early espresso. The ribbon is the pretty peacock linen ribbon. And this was even Whisper White cardstock like that, and the ribbon. So everything except that image. And what I colored it with was the Stampin' Blends in Wink Estella. And they're the alcohol markers by Stampin' Up. So everything on there except the image was Stampin' Up. This is all Stampin' Up. This was our first card, Clay. So you didn't miss any more than one. Now let me get, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. You're back. Yay. And I'm just doing the stem. I'm going to do the stem and the leaf. And I'm using both sides of the, now you could mask it, but this is going to be a very simple little card, note card, to show that everything doesn't have to be, you know, difficult. I want to go this way, I think. So that's pretty easy, right? Can't get much easier than that. And you could color them in. This is the Harvest Hello stamp set. And now we're going to use a sentiment, and we'll do this for the teacher. So, to an A+ teacher, huh? How about that? I think we'll go back to the real red again. So Stampin' Up! Has this thing they do called #simple stamping, and this would be one of those. Let's see. I might just put that up here. Actually, I think I'll put it right here in the apple. Ta-da! That's cute. Now, it needs a little something on the top. So, I usually like ribbon, right? That's getting away from the simple stamping, but I have a piece of scrap real red here. Maybe I'll do not a scrap and color it in. Hang on, guys. Sorry. My stamps are stuck. Should I put a piece of ribbon, tie a bow, a little bow maybe? So this is a real quick and easy note card, except I'm making it harder now. Or the other thing you could do is just do an all over background print with the apples or pumpkins or whatever. I am destroying this bow. There we go. Do I like that? I like it in the middle, I think. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Hands. Anything yet on that stamp? What does that mean? I saw you ladies were watching, because I watched it on replay, Joey DeFee on her angel policy stuff. And I talked a little bit about that at the beginning of this too. That Stampin' Up! Definitely has one. And we're just going to put that there. There's our cute little note card for a teacher, right? And we can just, if you wanted to, you could stamp on the envelope too, but I'm not even going to bother doing that. And then you just write a little note inside to an A+ teacher. Simple stamping with a little ribbon added on. Okay, so that's the first set. Then, let's see. Do you want fall or Halloween next? Any preference, fall or Halloween? First person who says it gets it. Fall or Halloween? Oh, that's really bouncing, isn't it? Fall. All right. Philomena gets it. That's good because that's kind of what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is the card we're going to do. It's actually available to you now. This stamp set is the Painted Harvest, which is in the current annual catalog, and it's sunflowers. It is a two-step stamp process, and I use these and this and the center and the I am thankful for you, although we're going to use the gather together and give thanks. This color is Mango Melody, and it's the Brights Designer Series paper. 6x6 papers that come in packages like this. And if I can find the Brights, I probably have it out. I do. Oh my gosh. Okay. Comes in a package like this. And there's different designs. I've shown these before. You get 2 of each sheet, 2 of each design in the pack usually. So you have gingham and then that on the one side, and then the scripty words that say create, share, ink, stamp, repeat. Inspire, create, share, ink, stamp, repeat. And then on the other side of that is like the chicken wire or chain link fence or whatever. And you get 2 of each in each color, but I already used some. So this was my last gingham in the Melon Mambo, I think. Yes. No. I do that all the time. Mango Melody. And for this, I used a combination of Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Early Espresso, and then these were done in Pear Pizzazz. And so that is what we're going to do next. Except that we're going to change it up a little bit and use Pear Pizzazz because I'm out of the Mango Melody in the gingham. I've already cut my pieces. And I'm going to forget what these are. I think this is 3 3 3/8. And there's a reason for that. I think because I had a scrap of the Early Espresso by 5. And then I think the Early Espresso is 1/8 of an inch bigger than that all the way around. So that's the first thing we'll do is just glue that down. I believe it is actually pumpkin pie, but they did not specify. It's definitely darker than crushed curry and more orange. So I'm pretty sure it's pumpkin pie, but they did not. Maybe they put it in the wrong kit because, no, they didn't, because they show it in the instructions. And they tell you have ribbon in there, but they just didn't tell you the color. I think the next kit will have some pumpkin pie according to somebody, but I'm not too sure because the box is purple and has a spooky hand on it. Supposed to be a cool looking Halloween box. If you're into Halloween. I don't like scary Halloween. I have not. I saw a video from Charlize's Crafty Corner that said she wasn't doing well and to please pray for her, but I haven't heard anything since then. So I don't know, Jackie. Oh, gosh. So, sorry, somebody text messaged me, but I will reply later. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the, and by the way, this is on thick Berry Vanilla cardstock. We're going to do our stamping now. This is the piece for the inside. This is a piece, a scrap. And the way I did it is I got the Daffodil Delight, the lighter color in the background, and did that first. Let me get a scrap here so I can not mess up my pretties. A lot of people sick and having surgeries and stuff. Must be, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So let's see. Which way did I have it? I think like that. Doesn't really matter, but so there's our background. And then we're going to go a little darker with the Mango Melody. They have 2 colors in the same family. One is Melon Mambo, which is the pink melon, like watermelon, and Mango Melody. And I always want to interchange those names. Well, there is a nurse that crafts. Stacy works as a nurse. And I'm sure there's other ones too. I just can't remember all of them. But I actually just asked Stacy on Facebook how she is because I haven't seen her for a while. And she replied that she's fine. I know she had I think she had some kind of surgery a while back too. I don't know. But there's still a couple people I haven't seen for a while and wondering how they're doing. Okay, this lines up pretty easy. pretty easy, she says. Because there's some little indents in the, I got a little off, but it's okay. It's okay. Because I kind of had to be on top of it to line stuff up, and I can't do that when I'm on camera. Okay, now we need the center, which is here. Let me close these two up and put them away. Oh no, we need to do the inside of it. All right, hang on. I'm just going to do a little sunflower down here in the corner too. So let me repeat that process. You guys, I'm not even sure you're seeing what I'm doing. You guys have to yell at me if I'm out of frame. Nurse Jackie. See, I don't know Nurse Jackie. I know, like I said, Stacy. And Nurse Tara. I know Nurse Tara. She's a nurse also. I mean, I don't know her, but she was one of the first people I watched a long time ago for craft stuff. Her and, oh, I want to say Serendipity or something like that, but I don't think that's right. Anyway. Okay, so that was Mango Melody, and that goes in the brights, and Daffodil Delight, which is in the brights also. Now we're going to bring in Early Espresso again for the center. Yes, just maybe for all. And Paige's husband, please. And Paige, because there's a lot of stress on her. So there's that one. And this one, hopefully I'll get lined up good. I seem to have the most trouble with this center thing for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, a little off. I'm going to actually do a little tap tap and go down a little bit. There we go. I fixed it. A piece of personal experience with your stamping. Don't sneeze while holding your ink pad. Oh, yeah. Turn your head away for sure. Yes, a lot of people are sick or having surgery, but you know, it could be a product of we're all getting older too. I don't know. That's my excuse. Although I've been lucky, knock on wood. Nothing major this year. That's kind of gross, Clay. Okay, so this is the inside of the card, and it's the same. It's color on color because I don't like stamping on the inside of the card because I'll probably mess it up, and I'm actually going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm going to move this out of the way and try and get the card up further. Okay. Could, you know, they say the weather has nothing to do with it either, but I don't personally believe that because the weather's been really, you know, I'm sure we say that every year though. The weather's pretty awful, but it just seems like it's been bad in certain areas of the country, especially this year. We're definitely having a hot summer up here in the Northeast. Mid-East or whatever you want to call it. Southeastern Pennsylvania has been pretty hot this year. Okay, we have a little bit more to do. Actually, this, well, let me see. Do I want to just cut that down and put it like that, or should I use my 2 1/4 inch circle punch like I did on this one? What do you think? I could just cut it down and make it a smaller square. I think I'm going to circle it because it looks better if I put this stuff And yeah. Yeah, me too, Dawn. Thank you. This is the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And you could fussy cut this out. And if I were going to do that, I'd probably still use the 2 1/4 inch circle punch and then cut in between all those little things, but I'm too lazy to do that. I'm not a fussy cutter person, typically. Okay, so now we have to do leaves. What do I do with my other scrap? I probably just, oh, here it is. Let's stamp the leaves now. And we're going to use Pear Pizzazz because that's the color of the paper we're using. Although maybe we shouldn't do that. And same thing, we're going to stamp them in Pear Pizzazz, and then we're going to stamp the detail. And actually I'm going to do it the other way around because I think I tried it with the most first, and it didn't come out as good. So let me get my old olive, which I buried. And this is the Painted Harvest stamp set. Okay, yeah, well, ink will do that. But I'm surprised because unless it was really super juicy. And we're going to stamp this twice if I have enough scrap. This is the detail because I find it easier on the leaf to do the lighter color over top the detailed instead of the other way around. On the flower, I did it the opposite way. So that was the old olive. And now we're going to use Pear Pizzazz with the other part, the fill-in part. And because these are photopolymer, you should be able to see the stem and the leaf outlines pretty good. Unless you're me. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Not too bad. It's a little bit off, but it's okay. These coordinate with the leaf punch, actually. So we're going to use that in a minute, too. I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing it. Oops. That's pretty good. And we'll just use that. Put the ink away. So, and that Pear Pizzazz is out of the subtles. We get the leaf punch, which is easy to line up because it's just one leaf. And it's number 144667. Well, she says it's easy to line up. Except that of the way I stamped them. Better to stamp them in the same direction as the punch. And I find it on this punch to line the stem up and these little, they're sort of like square areas under the leaves, squarish areas. It seems to work better that way. Okay, bye, Jackie. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry, Dawn. I don't know what I was out of frame on stamping the leaves. Thank you for letting me know. I'll try and do better. I have to remember to go up this way a little more. Okay, so let's assemble this part. Now we have one more thing to stamp, our sentiment. And I'm going to change it to be the one that says, I have no idea, gather together and give thanks. And we're going to use Early Espresso for that, which is a little bit different one than the one I did in the last card. And these skinny stamps, for some reason, I should be using the Stamparatus, but I also should be using my foam pad, which I'm going to do. Okay, straight down. Because these are photopolymer stamps. Ah, turned out beautifully. Yay! Happy, happy Deb. It is a pretty sentiment for Thanksgiving or, you know, whatever. Okay. So now we can assemble. Now, last time I put this very vanilla with gold ribbon, wrapped it around this card before I put it on the Early Espresso, which I can't do. But I was thinking maybe for this one anyway, I would put it up here somewhere because you can barely see it covered up under this. So I think, oops, we might try to do something like that. Wrap it around this. Have that up there. And these aren't going to show real good. Huh. But I do like that sparkly ribbon up there. And then this across the bottom. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So let me get a snail. A little bit of snail just about here. This is called the metallic ribbon. It comes in silver with whisper white or very vanilla, which is this one, and gold. I'll put that away. Hi, Charlene. Cute mouse. Oh, thank you. It's a Logitech. I've had it for a couple years now, probably. Since whenever the last one died, I guess. All right, so I'm going to glue this down now. My purple mouse. I used to have one. It was all different color flowers and stuff. But it stopped working even with batteries, new batteries. So had to get a new one. And we're putting this a little bit off center. We're not putting it in the middle. I'm just trying to make sure it's sort of even with the left margin, but in a little bit. And then for our sunflower, we kind of put that up a little high, but it'll be all right. I could actually put a fake bow there and put this down a little bit. Thinking as I go. No, I like it better up. Okay. All right, the leaves, I'm just going to take a little bit of my favorite glue on the stems here. And I just did a little flip and glue it onto the back of the sunflower. Sort of in the down position here. Yeah, I love that ribbon too. I like the white with the silver too. And that is going to be beautiful with the new First Frost papers that I showed, the blues and the silver. Okay, so now we're going to put that up on dimensionals. And I'm going to put one right over those stems so that they are held down even better. And we're just going to put 4 on. Can you guys hear? I have this new tiny little air conditioner thing. Personal sized air conditioner. Can you hear it running in the background? I thought it would definitely be quieter than my big thing, but I'm not sure I'm real happy with it exactly. I think I want them to go a little off to the side there, like that. And now I'm going to use, if I can find it, my triple banner punch. Oh, that's not it. Oh, gosh. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. It fell down when I was looking for the stamp sets with the Stampin' Up in them. You can't hear? Okay, you can't hear the air conditioner? Good, good. That's good. Well, that's an improvement. It doesn't cool real good, but it's cooler than it would be without it, so I guess that's a good thing. All right, I believe this is like 1 1/8 inches, and this is 1 inch wide. I like that font. It's kind of pretty. And I don't really want to take a lot off of these because they're also, I want to line it up with the edge of the Early Espresso here, but it doesn't go all the way over there. So these are probably like 3.75 inch, 3 3/4. And then this is like 1/8 of an inch under that. Actually, let me do this one first. And what I'm doing is I'm just lining the edges up here and here, because I don't want to cut a lot of paper off. I just want the flag to be even. And then I'm going to do the same thing on here, except this is a little harder because it doesn't fit quite in that groove because it's a 1 inch groove. But you can go up 1 1/2. You can go up to 2 inch with it. It's just that this is sort of an awkward size, but I think that's about it. Whoop. Okay. And let's see how that did. And then we'll just line them up on the edge. And it's a little off. I think I need a little bit more off this one. So sticking it back in, and I'm putting the words facing up towards me also to make sure I don't go over so far that I'm into the words. You have a window unit on. Yeah, that's usually what I have on up here too, is a window unit, but it's really, when it comes on, it's really loud. It looks a little uneven, but we're going to go with it. Yeah, in Florida, I would imagine you have to have that on. And my daughter's going to be down there, and her family. I think they're leaving Friday, but I'm getting their cat on Thursday after I come home from visiting my mom, because it's sort of on the way. And they're going to be down there for the beginning of the Disney Halloween parade thing. So my granddaughter's pretty excited about going, but it's going to be hot. It might be raining. I don't know. I hope they have a good time. Maybe they'll be inside a lot except for that parade. Now we're just going to glue this down. Oh, the other one I popped up on dimensionals, but I'm not going to do it on this one. But we did pop this up. So there's our card. Gather together and give thanks. We need one more little thing on here. And that is... Now the stamp set does have these little dots to put in the center of your sunflower, and I didn't realize that till I was done. But I'm just going to use one of these gold faceted gems and put it in the middle, one of the big ones. Sort of in the middle. And I might actually on this card put a couple over here, 2 smaller ones over here, because I have more room here on this one. Flip over. There we go. Okay, there we are. Beautiful. I think on the other one, if I can figure out what I just did with it. I don't know. I lost my other card. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, I didn't. I was thinking maybe I put some stuff up here, but I didn't put any other gems on. This one I did. Pretty, huh? Yeah, it is a pretty set, and that's in the annual catalog, so that one can be ordered now if you are interested. And I kind of like the ribbon up here better because you can see more of the gold sparkly there with it. So anyway, that's that card, and we have one more. Let me get these stamps put away here quick in my set, because if I don't, I'll lose them. I know a lot of people do that after, but I don't like to wait because I will possibly lose them. There's also an acorn in this set, a 2-piece acorn, which I didn't realize until after I'd done the card too. I'm like, oh, cool. I've been looking for, if anybody has it and would like to sell it to me, I'm looking for the retired Stampin' Up acorn punch. And I had a bid in on it on eBay, and I lost the bid by 50 cents, which really annoyed me. But that's the only retired punch I'm looking for that I don't have so far. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so that was that one. And then the last one, we're going to go Halloween. I did not get the whole Halloween set in the holiday catalog, but I did get this Birds of a Feather. Jackie left, and that was the bird she was looking at. So we're going to do this little ducky guy here. And I just happen to have this pumpkin pie card base already cut and rounded with my paper pumpkin pumpkin pie papers. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And then I also had a piece of black already rounded, but I went ahead and ran it through the corrugated what do you call it? The corrugated 3D embossing folder. So I got that far. And then here's our little ducky we have to color. He's a pirate, or she, whichever. And I think I cut out a stitch shape oval that I think he'll fit on, because I have another stitch shape oval that he fits in once I color him. And then the sentiment we're going to use is the trick or treat right here. And that should fit in this little circle here, which maybe we'll stamp first. And then I'm just going to put that on a backing over here. And I think we'll put that up like maybe like that. And then I pulled out this ribbon that is in the annual catalog as a carryover from last year's holiday catalog. And I think I'm just going to put it down here and maybe stick a bow there, and we'll put some kind of bling on here too. So that's how we're going to do this card. So the first thing is, let me stamp this, and I'm going to use Memento Black. Yeah, I thought this stamp set is so cute. This actually, in the whole catalog, this is the one I said if I couldn't get anything else, this is the one I wanted, because I love these little birds. The hen was my least favorite, actually, or chicken, whatever you want to call it, but a lot of people like them. But the turkey for Thanksgiving, you've got the Halloween pirate duck, you got the little I don't know what kind of bird it is, but for Christmas. And then this is for Valentine's Day. So you've got 4 sort of holidays covered. And they're cute. So if you like cute, there you go. All right. So I have Trick or Treat fit right in that little circle from the stitch shaped framelits circles. I'm just cleaning my stamp again. I already stamped the little ducky to save a little time. But we have to color him. And then we have to cut him out with the that thing. So let me see. What color shall we make him? Well, we'll use pumpkin pie for his little pumpkin that he's carrying. And these are the blends. These are the alcohol markers. And I would have had this done, but I just ran out of time. And this is the dark. I'm not going to do any fancy shading again, anything like that. And then for his bill and feet, I think we're going to use Dark Mango Melody. And I can't look up right at the second here. What color should the ducky be? I just think he's cute. Bye, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. I think his little vest. Matt, we could do purple on his vest. Bring in a little color here somewhere, huh? Let's see what we have. We have light blackberry bliss. That might work. I almost colored his wings purple. That would have been a weird looking duck. So probably, I'm not exactly sure when, but I'll probably have my 2K subby August giveaways up sometime in the next week, probably over a weekend. And probably not over Labor Day weekend because I have stuff going on. Okay, maybe some, I'm thinking I'm going to bring in the purple up here and these polka dots on his bandana too. Okay, now let's see. I need a lighter purple that'll go with that. What color is this? Oh, I know, purple posy. Purple posy. Is that this one? Yep. I'm going to use light. Light. Should the hat be black? I think I'm going to make the hat black, but I'm going to make the ghost purple too, I guess. I don't want to have too many colors in here. And I'll make the bone ivory. A purple ghost. Maybe to be a ghoul instead of a ghost, right? And ivory for the bone. I don't know what color to make the duck. Black works? Yeah. All right. Black for the hat. I guess a pale yellow or something for the duck. Okay. So this is like coloring 101, right? Not even doing any shading. No need to for this cutesy little guy. There is, if you're into Halloween, there is a whole set in the upcoming catalog, which I can't show you because I don't have it. And I'm not getting most of it. I'm getting, well, the only thing I got out of it is the, so far, is the coffin boxes. Treat boxes that are coffins. And you get 12 of them. Lids and stuff. I showed them in my haul. Okay, we need to figure out the little duck. I think So Saffron Light. Let's try him with that. Yeah, it might work. Probably should use the other end of the other tip. He's turning out cute. Sorry, I'm not real chatty. I'm concentrating to make sure I don't go out of the lines. Since I'm not fussy cutting them out, there are no dies for this set. So that's why I'm going to just do an oval and put them on another oval. And one more color, and that would be a little bit of petal pink in his little mouth in there. Okay, there's our little duck guy. Cute. Hi, Tanisha. Welcome. Okay, let's see. I have to put these away. So we used Purple Posy. We used light Blackberry Bliss on his little vest and part of his scarf and stuff. We used light So Saffron. We used Ivory. And we used light Basic Black. And Pumpkin Pie and what's that one called? Mango Melody. So now I have to turn around. What I'm going to do is just, this is one of the stitch shaped ovals. And I'm going to go ahead and die cut him out as soon as I unbury my die cutting machine. So bear with me. And I'm not going to bring it over to do it because there's just no room. There's no room. I need one pass through, even though I usually roll it back. Oh, and cut right out like butter. There he is. So now it's just assembling the card. I will glue him down on there first. How are you, Tanisha? And this is why you should always color first and not directly on your card, because the blends will bleed through. If you use colored pencils, obviously you don't have that issue as much unless you use water with them, like you're watercoloring. Okay, and we're also going to glue this down. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. You guys ever sing that when you were kids? Okay, now I have to decide about placement and ribbon. So what we decided was we're going to wrap this around and have a little bow here, I think. All right, so let me, I'm going to tack it down with snail again, but I'm going to put a little more in because this corrugated is going to be harder for it to stick to, I think. And this ribbon is the glittered organdy ribbon that's in the annual catalog, left over from last year's holiday, which I already said, just in case anybody didn't remember. And don't forget to give me thumbs ups, please. I can't see them tonight, so I'm pretty good. Kind of had an off crafty day today, but other than that, I'm pretty good. I'm going to be cat sitting for a week pretty soon, so my cat's going to go bonkers on me. All right, I'm going to use Tombow to do the corrugated glue down because it's a little bit heavier glue than glitter glue to get in these grooves a little bit. If I can get it to come out. It's been upside down, so there we go. So this set is a real cute set, which you can use for Halloween or Thanksgiving or Valentine's Day or Christmas. Oh, see that snail wasn't sticking properly. All right. Okay. Now, is that straight? Not really. Not really. Okay. Now I think we'll use dimensionals. Actually, we might do a fake bow here too, but let me get these on dimensionals first. Yeah. And maybe one in the middle, just because we're sticking it onto ridges. Oops. How are we doing time-wise? Not bad. We're almost done the cards. I was going to try and do more cards tonight, but I just could not get it going. All right. Placement, please. I'm going to put Ducky over here. Now we're going to put Trick or Treat sort of up like this. And we could spritz the background, but I'm not feeling that either. We've got sparkle in here. Or another thing you could do that would be really cool is take the silver metallic ink and sort of rub it over. I should have probably done that. Rub it over the corrugated so that the upper pieces would be silvery by the light of the silvery moon. I do think I'm going to put a fake bow there. Get my dimensionals out of the way and my little bits out of the way here. Easter too. No, not on this one. We have Thanksgiving. Well, this one with the heart could be any time, but it says sending love, so that's more like Valentine's or something. Christmas and Pirates, but there is a Fable Friends stamp set that has Easter duck in it and a little cute duckies that go along behind it too. Thank you, Rebecca. So now we're going to do the fake bow here. And you don't need a whole lot of, you don't need a whole lot of ribbon for that because you don't really tie a bow. You really just tie a knot. Now this ribbon will, some of the sparkles will come off when you do this. I'm not liking how that's laying though. There we go. Because I was trying to turn it the wrong way. Just play with your ribbon. All right. And I save those bits because I can use them somewhere else. There we go. Now let's just do the inside, which is basically just, you know, this would be 5 1/4 by 4. And then this is, I think, a 1/4 inch smaller. It might be a little more than that on this because I was using scraps to, so they're not exactly a 1/4 inch in like they should be, but I use what I have. And I'm not going to stamp anything on the inside. but I did round the corners, like the front was already rounded. Probably a leftover from last year from the card base. Thank you. Thank you. I really like this stamp set. It's so versatile and it's cute. And, you know, my granddaughters aren't really into scary or anything either, so, which is probably who it'll go to. Or I'm going to be giving a lot of my cards to my mom's nursing home to help them out. So there we go. I feel like it needs something up here. Maybe just some clear bling or something. Let's see. If it'll stick is the problem. Maybe if I can see if I can get this down in the grooves of the corrugated. And then maybe just one over here. These are the basic rhinestone jewels. Yep, I think there. That's all. That's all we're going to do. Okay, so let me bring everything back in after I clean this stuff off and show you what we did. How does everything get so messy so fast? I'll tell you what. I have to close my glue up. There we go. Put my stamp in here. Put my snail away and my block away. Okay. Let me get this out of the way too. Well, actually. Alrighty, so there's our final card, which I don't have a second one to show you because we didn't do a second one. This is in the way too. Here was our card we did together using the Painted Harvest. This is the Birds of a Feather, which will be available the 4th of September, but the corrugated 3D embossing folder and the ribbon and the papers and the bling are all available now, and the blends, obviously. And let's see what else we have. We have our pumpkins, our apple, cute little note card apple, and then we had our pumpkin using the tin tile embossing folder and the gold metallic paint refill with a sponge and some terracotta tile. And then this is the pumpkin, and this is the apple out of the Harvest Hello. So we used Harvest Hellos, Painted Harvest, and Birds of a Feather tonight. And these two will be available September 4th. This one is available now in the annual catalog. And yeah, that's what we did. So there, I hope you liked them. Thank you so much for joining me. Now I have to tell you what to do about the drawing for next week. So, what did I do with it? Oh, I'm kind of a mess, guys. Out here. I'll let you know that already. This is the giveaway for next Tuesday. And my giveaway things for July and August will be being mailed the first week of September. The prizes for July orders, and then so far for the many blessings for August, which was $50 orders or more, I have 4 people in that drawing. But that won't happen until at the end of August. And then I have 1 person only in for 75 or more. Oops, this isn't part of it. For the peaceful poinsettia and detailed poinsettia thinlits. So I'll give you more information about those at the end of the month. But for next week, this is the flip book I made using a Magnolia Lane. I showed this earlier, and this was on my rainbow collab video from last Friday. This is a card that comes out of the pocket, the little flip ups. So this is what I'm giving away, and there are some stickers and memories and more cards in the pockets and things for whoever wins this. So if you're interested in winning this, what I'd like you to tell me once this video goes up as a video is, do you visit blogs? And if so, what draws you to the blogs? Is it, you know, card style or dimension, or is it something else, or do you not visit blogs? That's what I would like to know. So if you can put that in the comments down below this video when it goes up as a video, that would be great. And you'll be entered in a drawing for next week to win this. And if you liked anything you saw tonight, oops, of the things that you can order now, please use this host code for the rest of August up until July 4th, and then we'll have a new host code because Nick's Crafty Corner is having a party starting September 4th through probably most of September, and that's when the new holiday catalog goes live. But there's a lot of good things in the annual catalog now. There was another stamp set I was going to use tonight, and I just didn't have time, but it's called Colorful Seasons. And also the Ride With Me truck set in the annual catalog that has pumpkins and things in it about harvest. The Colorful Seasons has leaves and snowflakes in it, and they're in the annual catalog, as is the Merry Christmas to All sentiment dies and things. So there are holiday things in the annual catalog as well that you can get now. So if you're interested in any of them in the USA, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And there's the host code. Yes, blogs, B-L-O-G-S. You know, the kind you have to type out and put pictures in. Because I have one, but honestly, I don't get very many visits. And I'm just wondering, do people really go visit them, and what draws you to them? How do you get to them? All that kind of stuff. So again, don't forget to, if you're interested in paper pumpkin, you need to sign up by September 10th for the Halloween paper pumpkin box, which looks like that. It's going to be for a handmade Halloween, it says. And if you had bonus day coupons from July, you have to use them in August. So don't forget to check your email and use the coupons you might have gotten in July in August, because they will expire August 31st. And if you're interested in getting great discounts and a lot more in your starter kit, if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, let me know. My email is always down below the videos. And I'd be happy to talk with you about that. In August, or through August 31st, they're running a promotion where you get $155 a product for $99 plus tax, no shipping. And it's usually $125. So that's a great deal. Plus you get a $10 coupon to use later. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Me. I hope you enjoyed the cards tonight. It was sort of a throw it together in the afternoon kind of thing, but I think they came out cute. And I hope you'll come back next week. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and comment below the video so you have a chance at winning this. It will take, because I'm on StreamYard, it will take about an hour for it to go up as a video. So be sure not to forget to come back either, you know, tonight or sometime before next Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Thanks again. I appreciate you all coming by and hanging out with me. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a great week. Oops. Can't type sideways. You're welcome, Dawn. Good night, Denise. Good night, Tanisha. Good night, Dawn. Alrighty. Now I just have to figure out how to do this. Okay, there it is.